Theatrhythm Final Barline is a love letter to Final Fantasy fans. With this being my first entry into the Theatrhythm franchise, I feel lucky that this ended up being as fun and exciting to play as I was hoping. From the amount of party members at your disposal, to the vast amount of songs from not just Final Fantasy, but other Square Enix titles, this game has got you covered on content. I've put about 10 hours in about 2 days of this game being out, and after this video, I plan on playing way more. It is that fun and addicting. I feel like this game is exactly what I wanted Melody of Memory to be, and what Chocobo GP could have been if it wasn't a mobile game with a $50 price tag. The game offers over 385 songs, not including the deluxe edition or DLC songs. Trust me though, that is plenty enough to keep you busy. You start off being able to only select the games from the demo, and upon completing an entire game's music, you then unlock most other games that weren't included in the demo. Square really made sure to add as many Final Fantasy properties as possible, from the main lines to the spin-offs and even the mobile games. This is the kind of thing where Square could have easily gotten away with giving us only the mainline games and charging extra for the spin-offs in a DLC, but they didn't, and I commend them for that. They do hold some of the best songs behind the deluxe edition, which costs an extra $30 on top of the base price of $50, which might rub some people the wrong way, and I don't blame them. For me personally, I think the game offers so much content in the standard edition of the game, I don't mind that they withheld a few. I understand if it bothers others though, $80 is not cheap. One thing you can't deny about Theatrhythm is that it has a very cute art style. All the party members, bosses, and enemies have all been given chibi art designs. I think the best part about this is getting to see all of our favorite Final Fantasy characters, whether they were good guys or evil villains, is seeing their adorable faces. The game is just really nice to look at. Nothing in here feels overwhelming or out of place or disrespects the characters in any way. The chibi art style might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you gotta admit, look how cute Aerith looks. I mean, just look at her. Seriously, look at her. The one downside I can think of about this art style isn't really about the art style itself, but really more about how it's kinda hard to enjoy in about 90% of the songs. The chart is sideways with the triggers coming in from the far left and activating on the far right. It makes it very difficult to see your party members do their thing in the middle of a song, compared to Melody of Memory where your character's actions was very much part of the gameplay itself. This doesn't make the game any less fun to play, but it is something that's in the back of my mind when I make a party, only for me to only see them at the beginning and end of each song. I know I keep comparing this game to Melody of Memory, but remember, that was the closest to a Theatrhythm game that I've ever played, so it's the closest comparison that I can make. I say this because the online in Theatrhythm is way better than I was expecting. When we first saw the initial trailers for Melody of Memory, we thought we were going to be able to play the game online with our friends, and unless you were very lucky when the game released, or waited until the game died to find each other easier, you really couldn't. Theatrhythm is the complete opposite of that. With up to 4 people online, you can make a room with a password for private matches, and there is even a pre-game lobby. It seems like some of the characters' quick messages are even themed after their in-game dialogue. For instance, before starting a match as Y'shtola, one of her quick messages is, "Now let's see if I'm worth my salt," which is a reference I now understand as I'm actually currently going through Final Fantasy XIV's story for the first time, after I had skipped all the cutscenes initially. If you're worried about the game being too difficult for you, but you really want to try it, I highly recommend trying the demo. It paints a really good picture of what the full game is like, and your progress even transfers over from the demo to the full game. There is even a practice mode where you can fast forward and rewind the song so you can really practice that one part you've been stuck at, and even after you beat a song, you can watch a replay to see where you need improvements. They really made this game not only for veterans of the franchise, but also new players who maybe want to enjoy some of their favorite songs from their favorite games, but maybe aren't necessarily attuned to rhythm games. If you are on the fence about buying this game, this is your sign to go ahead and buy it, or at the very least try out the demo and see how it feels. This is a game where I feel very excited to play every day, and I can't wait to dive deep more into the mechanics and play around with the different party members, abilities, and challenge other players online. The game can be tough at times, so if you find yourself having trouble with the game, there is no shame in lowering the difficulty. Remember, games are meant to be enjoyed, and however you enjoy the game is up to you. Experiment with different party members, try out new abilities, and mix things around. There is a ton of room for experimentation, and the combinations are endless. If you need to, take a break and reward yourself by listening to some of the songs you unlocked in the theater and just vibe out and relax. If you like this video, please let me know by liking and subscribing, or maybe even leave a comment on the video. We recently passed 300 subscribers, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting these videos every time I put one out. I will probably make a video celebrating this, so stay tuned for that. And if you would like to see me live, I stream 4 to 5 days a week on Twitch, and I will be doing a charity stream starting February 26th, where I'll be playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on critical mode with my bass guitar as the controller. It should be a really fun time, so come on and hang out. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!